Welcome to the Talkin Trash Addiction Recovery Podcast. We suffered in silence. Now we recover out loud.
Good evening. Welcome to the Channel 4 6 o'clock news at 9. I'm your anchor, Lon Moore, coming to you live from the Cucamonga, California Waffle House and Hamster Rental Center. Top story we are following tonight. A local shoe store has been charged for selling shoes containing drugs. Local authorities are not sure how they laced them, but our customers are tripping all day. Alrighty, kid. We have a very special returning guest for episode 218. We have Elizabeth McKeon, mental health nurse practitioner for all you people don't know what the hell that means, which I am one of. And now to a man who is addicted to seaweed. He is now seeking kelp. Jimmy Snyder.
Wow, that's a lot, Jimmy. I mean, I appreciate the effort. You know, sometimes, yes, sometimes.
Yeah, no, a little over the top.
Welcome to episode 218 of Talkin Trash. Let's see, what do we got going on here? We have Liz coming on. She's a recurring guest now, so we can get our clinical shit straight. We do a preamble, and then we get going. Let's do that.
Recover out
loud. This is our humble broadcast, where ethics and personal anonymity are of the utmost importance. We run this podcast as an act of service to those whose lives have been affected by addiction. We don't do it for profit or notoriety. We place principles before personalities. We benefit from this podcast just as much as anyone else. We all work programs and choose to sacrifice our own anonymity to spread the word that recovery is possible. We do this thing in an attempt to show, as living examples, that no matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That's the 9th step promise. It's our creed we abide by here on Talkin Trash. We feel called to uphold AA and NA principles. We firmly believe that you can only keep what you have by giving it away. Please join us in a moment of silence, followed by the Serenity Prayer.
God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Yeah! All right, this is where we go around and meet our team of Talkin Trash. Nothing crazy tonight. Real quick, just our squadron here on Talking of the Trashes. Oh, let's see our team here. Hey. First on deck is Willie D. In the place to be, William Douglas. He is 44 years old. He is. Hey, Will, how many days clean are you?
A lot.
Well, by my count, you're this many. I'm not 100% sure if I don't know if that's accurate or not, but Will did 1,000 days today, give or take a couple. Way to go, Willie D. All right, next is me. I am 43 years old. I'm Ty. I'm 3 years clean. I run the show. I deal with all this shit. Jimmy Leibel. Jimmy is one of our Canadian components. We are a dual nations podcast. Jimmy's 61 years old. He wishes he's from Saskatchewan, Canada. He was wearing that shirt, but he's not anymore.
No, I was told to go back to wardrobe.
He's our community relations person. He does everything that we need done. He's awesome. Way to go, Jay. Brad Mansfield. Brad's around here somewhere. There he is.
Fracking.
Brad says, "Hell yeah, I wish I was there, everybody. Love you all. We wish you too." Come on, somebody. Come on. Right. Bradley Mansfield is 46 years old. He's also from Saskatchewan, back to Canada. He's 3 years clean. Jenny says congrats to Will. And
thank you.
And Brad's like he's a stalwart around here. He's never going anywhere. Nope. Rob says like 17 years. Yeah. Brad says he's proud of Will. Way to go. And that's the team at Talkin Trash. There's our three boys. Hey guys, what's crap-a-lappin'?
Crap-a-lappin'.
You see it.
There you go.
Let's see what's going on. We're a podcast. We got stuff going on. People are watching us.
I'm not really.
Makes me nervous. Will, just pop up a little real quick. Let's see what you got.
I'm like,
Look at that.
Douglas!
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't
All
like
right, so
that.
Willie D.
What?
Let's see what's going on out there before Daily Reflections. Canada, the soccer
Yeah,
that
we
Jimmy
did
doesn't give a shit about.
I really don't give a rat's.
Canada.
Oh, now
they-
don't put it up. We're gonna don't.
I can't show highlights. I can do everything else. Chat
Okay,
GPT said.
just check.
You can do a
So,
play-by-play
yeah, so-
for us.
I could do that. I'm pretty
Come
good at
on.
that.
Come on.
Canada beat somebody 1-0 late in the game.
Spain or something?
It was. I had it ready. I guess I don't have it ready. Yeah,
Whatever.
they scored in the 95th minute and
Wow.
and beat South Africa 1-0. Way
Wow.
to go, Canada! Oh my God, it's so exciting! I'm so excited.
Oh,
the
yeah.
The United States lost to Turkey, not Turkey. We don't call these. We renamed all the countries. I realized, now it's Turkey and Cote d'Ivoire, not Ivory Coast, whatever. So the
It's like-
U.S. men's national team, they still move on. Give a shit.
We don't like the name. We're going to invade you and change it. Oh, sorry, Mr. Trump. I'm sorry.
Soccer is so dumb, but it's. I do
Who's
love the excitement. Willie D with the flex. The fans love it. The fans love it. Be rad. So, ladies and gentlemen, they're all piling into their seats as we welcome Elizabeth on tonight. Let's show her the respect to let her finish a fucking statement. God damn you people. And
That's
other
fair.
than that, let's just all share the screen and have fun. We have a clinician coming on. That is that's a privilege because she's definitely got better things to do with her time. But she's coming on here to help us out
She's bona fide.
because we definitely need it. So she is bona fide. We're going to read our daily reflections as quickly as possible, and then we'll get into it.
Daily Reflections is an AA-driven enterprise of some sort. It's not ours, but we like you long time. Let's read Daily Reflapjacks here on the Talkin' Trash Pod Flaps.
Pod flaps. I'll change that.
No, I like that actually. So for your daily reflapjacks, kids, for June 20th, let's keep this quick. Let's get Elizabeth on. The determination of our
Relax.
founder.
We good.
Okay, deep breath, Jim. A year and 6 months later, these three had succeeded with 7 more. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 159. If it had not been the fierce determination of our founders, AA would have quickly faded like so many so-called good causes. I look at the hundreds of meetings weekly in the city where I live, and I know AA is available 24 hours a day. But if I had to hang it on nothing but hope and a desire not to drink, experiencing rejection wherever I went, I would have sought the easier, softer way and returned to my previous way of life. There you go, kids. Quickly refract.
So let's just talk about that real quick. The
Okay.
determination of our founders. AA is it's become more of a topic of contention these days. But things start somehow. You know what I mean? And they evolve. So if we don't evolve with it, we're not evolving. We're not growing. Jimmy, what do you think about this?
Well, okay. It's 90 years old, and of course, they're saying, okay, look, hey, in a year and a half, they went from 3 to 10. Okay, they didn't have social media, they didn't have newspapers on the radio and all that, and the evolution, like recovery, has changed so dramatically. Like, look at us, we're in a podcast twice a week, plus everything out there. And it's the founding fathers and all that, the legacy that they created, and there was a lot before them, like this. What the hell were they called? The Oxford Group, and there was another one, the Lincolntonian or the Washingtonians and all that. And this one just stuck to the wall, and good for that, because it was the basis of where we are today. So move on.
Necessity is the mother of invention, right? So there was a need for AA back in 1939. There's a need for podcasts about being sober in 2026. So very good. Yep. AA, it's never going to go away. It'll be there whether we like it or not. I like it. All right, so guys, we are bringing on Elizabeth. Elizabeth is a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. She's really
dear.
tonight we're going to be talking about she sees patients. She treats addiction. Tonight we're going to be talking about maintenance, the cost of how to deal with that, insurance, all that. But we like to keep it light either way, and not make it all a big deal. But let's bring her in here and just say hi. Hello. Oh, look, Will's in the middle. What a shocker. Give me a minute. Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome to Talkin Trash. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm good. Jimmy?
I'm great.
We're
I'm in the
all
middle.
jerseyed up, all of us.
Yeah.
We're all matching.
Yep, we are.
I'm wearing,
doing.
Boston's playing the Yankees tonight, so I'm teed up for that.
Oh, Tommy would not like that. I'm going to blow up Tommy's spot right now. Tommy, ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Wilkes will be a guest on Talkin Trash very soon. He reached out and said he wanted to be, and then he disappears like Tommy does, but I blew his spot up. Hey, Bethany Basler. Bethany does. They do Rock Bottom Revival. They're a little startup thing, kind of like us. So we gotta we take care of our people.
Nice.
Way to go! Like to see that shit.
She's amazing.
They're good. They are good.
Awesome.
Bethany's got quite a story, man. She is on episode 1 or 2 something. You just at this point, everybody is involved. I wanted to make a couple of quick announcements before I yield the floor over to my friend here. Quick announcements. Never mind. Elizabeth, did you know?
Yeah. Did you know? So I do a Did You Know on my podcast. It's the entry on the Clearly Well podcast to every episode that I do. It doesn't matter if it's a long or a short. I do a Did You Know.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to do that about this because I think we're about to get into the treatment of medication-assisted treatment for opioid use disorder. Mm-hmm. And I know you guys have touched on that a ton of times, right?
Yeah,
so
not enough though, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think I've even come on and weighed in on that. But
Probably.
I think one of the biggest barriers, so I'm going to say, did you know that one of the biggest myths in addiction treatment or substance use treatment that I hear as a practitioner is that you're trading one drug for another. You're putting a Band-Aid on it. But guess what? That's not what science says. That's not what evidence-based treatment says about treatment of substance use disorder. We have to realize this is a disease of the brain. These medications actually stabilize the brain, change the brain, reduce cravings and withdrawal symptoms, and help folks to stabilize their lives.
Yeah.
And they help families. They help people get their families back together. I'm a big advocate of how can we help do CPR for family, right? We talk about bringing families back together because there was a car accident. What about bringing families back together because there was a situation with substance use disorder that a person had to go into treatment?
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel that long-acting injectables and even short-acting oral medications, medication-assisted treatment, can be life-saving to people and families.
Mm-hmm.
And it can actually rehabilitate a family. And so for me, that's what I do. That's something I get to do every day. So
that's a beautiful thing.
I love it.
So, like we always say, substance use affects everybody. The entire family. It's a family disease, we call it.
yeah.
My family, for example, would say they're grateful that I went through what I went through because I'm who I am now. And a lot of families are like that, but a lot of families aren't getting that chance because people are dying, and maintenance. The knowledge or the education about medication assisted treatment, all that stuff is kind of there's a need for it now. So here's the four of us are. I'm on medication assisted treatment. Liz prescribes medication-assisted treatment, and Will
I do.
is he's taking every drug but this one, and he's probably taking a Suboxone here and
He's
there.
working on it.
I mean, I tried.
He's
I mean,
getting
come
there.
on, you can't knock it till you rock it,
They're easy, yeah, right. They're easy to sneak into places. But yeah, like Suboxone, like for me, it saved my life, and it took opiates off the table. Rob Vargo is in love with you already. It took opiates off the table, and it let me focus on like what's wrong with me. And if it wasn't for that, I would be dead. And that's my story. It's pretty simple. I mean, I don't have to get crazy
Right.
about it. Thank
Yeah,
God.
and it's a story I see every day. And one of the things that I do, and I think, Tim, you know that I do, is that I try to participate in people that are in jail, and I do the jail inreach programs to reach out and see if they're a person that's going to be getting out of jail to general population at say
Right.
midnight on a Tuesday, and they're going to go back to their typical dose of fentanyl or whatever, go back to their the people that they know and love and their homies, and they're going to go back to that last dose, right?
Yep.
And they're going to die.
Yep. They're
So
homies. Yeah, that happens a lot,
what
Liz.
one of the things I would like to really get instated like everywhere, I don't care, across the nation, across the world, is to make sure that people who have opioid use disorder have a long acting injectable on board prior to going back into gen population, because at the end of the day, they're
Right.
going to die,
Yeah.
and can't we save a life, And
Yeah.
so I know I'm getting way deep real early, because we know this conversation needs to kind of back up a little bit before we go into that, but
Sure.
that's my passion.
Yeah. So me as a junkie idiot, I came down to Georgia. I met Liz, and like at that point, I'm 5 years into the recovery nightmare, and I know a good clinician when I see one. I know a good person when I see one, through trial and error. I
Yeah,
made
because we've
plenty
seen
of
a million
mistakes.
of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So me and Liz cross paths. Everybody kind of knows this story. I don't have to get into it, but like we cross paths, and she's doing a podcast. I'm doing a podcast. She's a clinician. I'm in recovery. It was like great. So like that's all history. Everybody knows that. But like as far as me, like personally, like I'm somebody in the middle of my journey trying to reclaim my life. And for somebody who's serious about that, you have to eat a lot of shit. You got to humble yourself, and you have to look for help. And Liz is one of the people in early recovery who helped me personally on a personal level. And there's a bunch of people like that. But me, coming up on 3 years, I'll stop talking about myself. But like, I'm grateful for Suboxone. I take it every day. It's not
Yeah.
perfect, and I avoid the long acting thing. Just I don't know why. I'm in progress. So we're all trying to figure out how to do this. I'm an example. I'm Exhibit A. She's the teacher. She knows about this stuff. Liz, what is medication assisted treatment for those out there that don't know?
Okay, guys. So medication assisted treatment, it comes in a couple of different formats, but I'm going to start at the basic level, and it's the one that nobody wants to talk about, and that's methadone,
Yeah.
right? So
Yep.
people go like, oh, methadone, yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay, so methadone is a full blown. You're gonna get your pain, your medication that you've needed is gonna be there.
Right.
Okay, there's no blocking agent for the mu receptor and the brain, which I'm gonna show you. The mu receptor sits like a cup, and so there's no blocking agent with methadone. When you take a drug like Suboxone, which Tim is taking, you are actually getting your pain controlled. You're good, but the high is blocked.
Yeah.
It actually, the naltrexone sits on top of the mu receptor and blocks that agent from making you get high.
Right.
So even though, and I saw you can go back one screen. I will actually, so see you have like Suboxone, which is a film, and you have the injection. I'm going to go ahead and break that out while you have it up.
Yep.
So you have an oral, you can take that in pill or film format, and those work exactly the same as the injection, except for that injection lasts for a full month.
Right.
But we'll get into the problem with the injection
I got a
in
quick
a little
question.
bit because
Go ahead,
go
bro.
ahead.
Go ahead.
So, do you think that people like taking the Suboxone, the strips, because we like physically taking things, every day, versus like if we're taking a shot, like, oh, we're just getting one shot a month.
Yeah,
What?
that's a component. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely the convenience part of not having to worry about like I'm gonna fall off.
Right.
It's giving me the option of not taking the medication versus I've got 1 month
Right.
in my body,
Right.
right? And if I so say I fall off the hip and I go out and I use, at least God forbid, like you're not going to overdose
Yep.
because you still have that coverage on the mu receptor. But with that said, there's people that cannot afford the
Right.
monthly injection, and I was going to get into that like at the end of it because I know Tim really wanted me to talk about the Canada versus America, and how the accessibility to the monthly injection, etc.
Yeah.
Um, so I was just going to talk a little bit about the mechanism of action of these drugs,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, Suboxone film pill is great, but at the end of the day, if everyone could have a monthly injection, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I don't know, Liz. I'm like on the fence with it. Like, I've
Tell me
been
what you think.
I don't like. Here's my thing. I'm afraid. I'm a big baby. I've broken my neck in a car accident. Woken up with
Okay.
it. Yeah, right. I'm afraid of not getting pain relief if I need it. Like if I break femur or whatever. And that's just a baby. That's just. But like,
But
I
it's
don't like
happened to
not.
you.
Yeah, but exactly. And I woke up in withdrawal, not getting. Like so. Like, it's. I feel like it's something that you have to come off of at some point. But like, if it's working now,
Why?
and
Why would you say that?
I probably won't. I don't know. I don't know why I would say that. That's a good question.
No,
Yeah,
because would you tell a diabetic that they just need to get off that insulin right
you're
now?
right. Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
no.
I wouldn't. It's
No,
just
and
the
honestly, your pain can be very well controlled with long-acting injectables. Probably, I would say more so than with a film or a pill, to be
yeah,
honest.
probably. I mean, I just
But
yeah, it works though. I tell you that.
and I'm glad it does for you. I'm very happy about that. At the end of the day, I don't think so, Tim. I think you're an outlier in the
Probably.
typical person that I see. You have like true pain, and I see like people in your category as a methadone candidate. I don't see a lot of methadone candidates, but they come and go. You know what I
I,
mean?
yeah, I do.
And for you, on the Suboxone regimen, I hope you're getting what you need in terms of pain. I really do. Um, but there is studies out there that show that the long-acting injectables can well control that. Especially there's one, and you guys may or may not have heard about it. I see here we have Sublocade up there, but we don't have Brixadi.
Brixality, yeah.
Brixadi is kind of new to the market, and it comes in a weekly. So
Okay.
when you think about a tiny needle that's not as thick of a bolus as Sublocade is, with Brixadi, you're getting and that's Braeburn Pharmaceuticals. Julie, I'm hitting you up right now from Braeburn
Good on.
Pharmaceuticals. But
Good on.
at the end of the day, like they have a weekly formulation to control with pain,
Yeah.
etc. And so I don't know. I mean, they're coming about with the new injectables, but the problem and sorry to all the pharmaceutical industry people, but at the end of the day, it's always an insurance issue, right?
Always. Yep.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you have Medicaid, they'll be like, oh, $0 for
Yep.
you. But, like, what if you don't have Medicaid? Like, what if you are, private insurance, or what if you're uninsured or underinsured?
Yeah.
And so I find that those folks are in trouble. And so
Yeah.
then they have to go to the oral medications, and we know that the oral medications are okay, but we see higher relapse rates with oral
Yeah.
medications. So there's that.
Okay. So like we had a friend Garrett, very good friend. He was a host for a little bit. He's doing great. When I met him, we were both on Suboxone. He transferred over to the shot, and I think he's doing well. His life is better. But he had a lot of trepidation in coming to that decision. It was like he was like, well, I'm not in control of it. Like Will says, it's that taking something every day thing. It's like in your mind. Like we're at a point in society where it's like, what helps you? I know you're seeing all kinds of shit out there, Liz. It's got to be difficult.
Well, what if you like to drink? Let's just put it to alcohol.
Yep.
Let's just say I like to drink. I am about to take a shot for 1 month that will not let me feel the effects of alcohol, and I can't feel better if I drink.
Right.
So I'm going to put it to a different substance. Because there is a shot out there for that, and we'll talk about that on another time. But that's gonna be like a decision and a deep, like I've got to get right in my head and in my heart, and with my therapist and probably my doctor. We
could just throw
to do that.
Blanket statement. Recovery is not just medication. It's an entire body thing. We all believe that, and we're all coming to that. So a pill's not going to fix it. There's a lot of things that go along with recovery. It's putting yourself back together, like Liz said earlier in the show. Liz, read this from Bethany Basler. I used to mix Suboxone and heroin and get way higher. Not sure the blocker works for everyone. I use subs to enhance my heroin in the end of my use.
So yes, Brittany, that's true. So there's tricks. Anybody can trick a medication. It works the same way with the long-acting injectable for alcohol. I had a woman tell me she drinks an entire box of wine. She's like, I drank a whole box. I was able to get drunk, and I got real drunk. But she drank 4 bottles, a whole box to get there.
We'll get to that in a minute, but we're talking about we talked about this a few weeks ago, that we don't talk about what the hell's it called? Naltrexone, the ass shot when you leave Vivitrol. We don't talk about that enough here. Vivitrol. And nobody knew what it was. And
we're going to talk about that. That's going to be a whole topic. I had that designed. Me
and Liz are going to work harder on the next show, but she's so informational, and she is
a little more prepared.
I'm living recovery. She's building it, and we're all building it.
I flipped topics real quick.
She good. She is good. I know I can bring her on, and she'll be great. So, all right. So Suboxone it's not. People looked at it at first. Everybody was like, "Oh, you're getting high. Oh, trading one for another." As addicts, we get out of rehab, and we're going to trade one for another somewhere. And hopefully it's not booze. Hopefully it's vapes or baseball cards or whatever. We have addicted personalities. We have to change our entire life.
It's definitely not 7OH though, right?
And right now, I don't even know what that is. I have that written down to talk to you about. But the gas station stuff. We're in a different world. It is a different world. Brad, you took a lot of time to type this out. So let me give him his due. Look, Liz is gone. Brad took over Liz's spot. This is so informative for a guy like me. I don't take anything, and I need to hear on this works and why. I'm thankful that I don't need it, but I do understand why people do. Maybe if I change the font, I don't know. I can't fucking read the goddamn thing. Is that better? Well, that's worse. How about this?
No, that's
default theme font. That works. All right. So thank you, Brad. I appreciate you typing and driving like you're doing.
At 90 miles an hour.
He said talks in text. No, it didn't make sense. Bethany says something. Bethany says something else, and Jen says Jen says Liz is amazing. We're gonna
Yes, she
hire a
is.
secretary to keep up with that shit.
Well, that's why I got
That's
3
for sure.
computers on my right now.
So all right.
Yeah.
So moving on. Go
So
ahead, Liz.
so let's talk about the fact that yeah, you can go out there and use that. This is the thing, though. You're not gonna die.
Yeah.
And I think like let's talk about harm reduction in its essence, right?
Sure.
Lesser than. I'm here to. I'm all about this. Like
Yep.
I have to just say, I have one Narcan in my office right now, and I'm just like, oh my God, bless me. Bless me that I only have one.
I hope you only need
know,
one.
And when I worked
Mine's
for
over there.
Healthy Georgia, I had a cabinet.
I know.
People came to me.
You were the Narcan fairy.
I was the Narcan queen. I was the Narcan fairy. I was giving Narcan out to everybody,
Yep.
including you, Tim.
Including
So
my dad,
at the end of the
yep.
day, like to think that I have one Narcan in my office right now. I'm just like, holy smoly.
Yep. Narcan saves lives, but you've handed out Narcan that saves people's lives for sure. And I know I actually shared that with you last time, so it's pretty.
$1 million worth of Narcan is pretty phenomenal that I was able to do that on a grant. So,
Wow.
I'm not working for grant dollars anymore. I'm actually a paid employee now.
Mm-hmm.
But I am working with the Appalachian Harm Reduction and Wellness Coalition, and they gave me 4 Narcans on top of the Narcan that my employer gave me. So I have 5. I have 5 if you think about it.
Yeah.
They don't all work the same, but at the end of the day, like Narcan saves lives. We need them everywhere. What more can I talk about for you guys? Please tell me, like, what do you want to know?
No, you're good. So, like, a question I had is, what is 70H?
Okay, so
Kratom, right?
70H is kratom. On a very synthetic level, it is 40 times stronger than morphine. And so it can be purchased in any gas station. And all you have to do, if you Google it right now, you might be able to pull it up, Tim,
I
and
am. Yep.
show it. It's Pseudosmax with a Pseudo SMAXX, Pseudosmax. Our people that are coming to us for addiction on 70H, our actual our protocols for detox don't work. They're
Yeah.
dying. Like
Okay.
and these babies that are being born on the hydroxymitragynine.
Yep.
It's a very long word, so we just like to say 70H. But it's I'm telling you, we've got people dying, kids being born that cannot. These babies are in big trouble, y'all. They're not. It's kratom, but they're selling it under a different name.
Right.
And what I will tell you on the 70H is that they're selling it for erectile dysfunction, weight loss, anxiety,
Everything.
And it doesn't say anything on there, and they've packaged it so beautifulit. But if you look at that Pseudosmax, if you can grab that and put it up for everybody to see, it you would never know it's anything bad. It just looks like candy.
I love candy, but
I was like I love candy.
And
I'm looking right now. I can't bring the picture
Tim,
up.
we've talked about this. We've talked about kratom. Kratom in general, I've talked. So in my podcast, I was investigating like local gas stations, and there was all these cute little girls, like 20-something-year-old girls working behind the counter. And they started telling me, they said, we started labeling the people that come in here, and some of them are spending $500 a day.
It's expensive.
I don't know. How are they getting the money for that? Like, I can't wrap my mind around it. And then I
know.
started hearing that our hospital nurses are coming in because they thought it was for anxiety. They thought, and
Yeah.
now they've developed a habit. So now we have floor nurses that are caring
Yep.
for people on shift that are high on these gas station substances. And that's just a whole nother topic.
Jeez.
But
It is. It's just, but like, I do understand why and how. I don't understand
no, I do
why.
too.
You know, and I get the addiction side of it. But like this stuff is it's dangerous because you don't know what the hell's in it, and they'll put
Well,
anything in it to get it.
it's coming from China.
Mm,
So what I was told by these young girls that work in this particular gas station is that they order some things and that they get these extra
hmm
vials and different things in there for people to try.
Right. Right. You don't
It's
know what it is. They have tinctures. They have all kinds of
Yep.
different things. But I stopped at a gas station to get a vape coming home from my doctor's appointment, and the dude was like trying to sell me drugs. I don't know what he had behind
Yeah.
the counter, but he's trying to
Hmm.
tell me there's something better back here. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I am in recovery. I'm leaving a ketamine treatment. I don't need whatever you're selling. And
Mhm.
it's you can get anything anywhere, but like go do heroin at that point. I mean, I'm not like
Yeah.
saying do heroin,
Yeah.
but like Jesus Christ, you're gonna spend $500 a day. I mean, you know,
No.
there's a better way to waste your money. But like,
No,
I
it's so
just
true. Isn't
so
it like
bad.
you used to say, like things like, and as a practitioner, it's probably against my license to say this, but like you would almost want to say, like, can't you get that stuff out of the ground that's
Right.
probably at least healthier than the synthetic stuff that you're buying? Like,
Yep.
I'm at that point, like where I'm like, please, Lord, do not buy the synthetic stuff from behind the gas station counter.
I know. I don't know if this is going to work, but this comes up on my Facebook all the time. Ridiculous. This is they're trying to treat 7OH and kratom through Facebook shit. We'll get into this. This will open a whole box
Oh,
of
I've seen
fucking
that.
nightmare. But let's see what happens here. Trying to share my screen. I don't really know how to do it. Got to remove media. Okay. Jimmy, what'd you have for lunch, bud?
We'll see.
Nothing.
What
What?
media is on the screen? I
Cheese
can't-
wheel.
Hold
A
on.
salad.
What is
Whatever.
add this to the screen.
It should be.
It just won't do it. They go on Facebook and they tell you that that
Found
you can.
it.
Oh, I got it too. All right, here it is. Now I got it. All right,
I'm-
go ahead. This
You
little
got
girl.
it?
This little girl who's never touched a drug in her life.
Yep.
I have to go over to the thing. This is not easy and very ill prepared. Here we go. You can't hear it, can you?
Nope.
No.
Of
Nope.
course not. All right. So as we're looking at it, we can see what she's saying. All right. I'm just gonna stop the fucking video that isn't working. They're. I got to the bottom of it. They're basically selling clonidine. There you go. There it is. Hold on.
See
Hold
that?
on.
It looks like
Yep.
candy.
It
Yeah.
does look like candy. Everything. Yeah. Exactly. I'm
Sweet
like.
and sour candy too.
Yum, 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 yum.
Oh yeah, give me some of that.
So, all right, what this girl is trying to sell me on Facebook, there's all kinds of things that pop up, whether it's ketamine or even Suboxone sometimes, like Quick MD. But like everybody's trying. This one's called Quick K, and I looked into it. It is complete bullshit. It's essentially selling you clonidine. They're giving you a prescription for clonidine, which is a blood pressure medication, and it is effective in treating opiate withdrawal, but as far as kratom and 7OH, I'm shocked.
I mean, I prescribe clonidine every day, 0.1 milligrams.
Right.
I treat it for ADHD and sleep, based on like a person's, I don't know, like what their lifestyle is and what,
Right.
as long as they're not using any substances, I mean, clonidine's a blood pressure medication. We also use that for making sure that we prevent akathisias for psychotropic medications and making sure people are not getting tardive dyskinesia or
Right.
this could be a whole nother topic for another show. But like at the end of the day, like I use a lot of medications, beta blockers and blood pressure medications for anxiety
Yeah.
specifically.
Addicts hear clonidine, they're like, "Ooh!" And you're thinking of
Ooh.
Klonopin, not clonidine.
They
But
are.
The
They
clonidine
are.
is
Close.
Colony is
Yeah.
fantastic
They're
in
like
combination with things. But yeah, you're like, yeah,
benzodiazepines all day.
yep, all day
Yeah.
long. It's funny,
Yeah.
Liz. So I've been struggling with panic attacks the month of what we're in June, the of May and June, and I sought out treatment for it. I went to my doctor. I did 3 different online psychiatrists.
Hello.
I try not to bother you.
Hello,
You're my last
McFly.
resort. Let me tell you
Let me just
all
get on
told me to go.
ZocDoc and book an
I,
appointment with Liz.
they all told
Yeah.
you came up, but I chose the other lady. I don't
He's
know
a
yet.
slow learner.
So like I got shut down by 3 different psychiatrists. I got thrown all around these just experience. Not even psychiatrists. Not, right. So like basically they said, why don't you try cannabis? I was like, all right, I will. So I'm gonna do that.
That right.
But
Oh, yeah.
like they wouldn't give me Xanax and I wasn't asking for anything. I was just saying I am having panic attacks. I take this, that, and the third, and they're like, can't help you. I was shocked. I don't think you would be like that, but that's how they were, and it was pretty crazy to me. I was holding on to tell you this for the show. I was kind of shocked, I was very honest with them, and they were at a loss. I was at a loss. I said, listen, I won't go on my podcast and tell 10,000 people that lavender sucks. Like there's all these things that are coming out, these, Quick MD and lavender, whatever.
Mhm.
I couldn't get help. I tried my darndest, and I couldn't get it, and that's okay. I mean, man, it's a tough landscape to navigate, Liz, and I know that you are doing it daily.
I mean,
What do you?
come on, like let me help you. Like at the
Please,
end of the
I need
day,
it.
though, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of things out there for sleep and panic and anxiety that don't have to be benzodiazepines.
Right.
I work with that every single day
Yeah.
because I do work in an addiction space because that's my like heavy specialty. So I get a lot of that. And so I have to work within that realm of, okay, we know that you're or the other one is ADHD. So where they're like, yeah, I really like my Adderall, so I abused it. So I can work with that as well.
Yeah.
And so I find that I get people with a ton of polypharmacy,
You're looking at
um,
one.
and I'm just like, let's
How
just
do you
go
deal
one
with that,
drug at a
Liz?
time, and
Yeah.
let's just get you handled. But
We're
let's go
we're
back.
our own doctors, right? So like we seek out what we need, but like if I came to you, this is what I was afraid of, coming to you and showing you my spread, which you pretty much know, but I think if you look closely, you'd be like, and I'm like, but like if I showed you what I was on and showed you what I was doing, it's all because of what I did. I chose
Right.
to seek out these
Yeah.
things. Society just didn't put this all on me.
No,
Mhm.
So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Liz. Just what you think of
no,
that?
I mean, I don't know what the other contributors on the show, like what they're like, if everyone's in recovery,
We're all in
if they
recovery.
but
Different
are we
different
all
worlds. No.
like, is it like opioids or different substances? But at the end of the day, like, I think what you have to think about is, if you're seeking treatment from a provider and you're working with opioid use disorder, which is the topic of the show, I think you, as a provider, like, I have to take that with kid gloves, and I'm gonna take that at like the most basic level and make sure that I'm looking at the full perspective
Right.
of what medications you're on, and also take into consideration that I'm working with a changed brain. And
Yes.
and I think
Mhm.
if anything we could talk about is that opioid use disorder and every other substance use disorder, you're working with a changed
Change
brain.
Yeah.
And so in any reaction in and around any medication isn't going to be exact.
Yeah.
I do a lot of gene testing with my people because I feel like if I can know what their CY receptors are doing with drugs in their body, and I can say like, oh, well, for a fact, Wellbutrin or Prozac is going to work great for this person, but Paxil and Zoloft will not work for this person.
Which is a
You
great
know,
thing.
if I can go into prescribing to someone knowing that these things aren't going to work. And
Yeah.
so then we're going to cut down on medication changes.
Yep.
And so, I think we all know that if you're a person that's suffering from substance use disorder, you did not choose that. You did not get there. You have suffered from trauma, anxiety, depression, and unresolved traumas in your life. And so, we have to work with grounding techniques and therapy, and
Sure.
the medication is just one part of how we get there.
Right. So like if you're a clinician in this world like you are, like if I were you, I'd be like this, and it's probably wrong, but I'd be like, all right, this person's coming to me, they've experienced all this shit, and they've changed their brain, like Liz says, right? So Liz, it's so intuitive that she says that, because if I gave my mom, say I gave my mom a Suboxone strip, she'd be throwing up. She'd be throwing up. She'd be nodding out. She'd be high out of her mind, like whatever, because she's opiate right. She's opiate naive. Me, I changed my brain through some bad decisions. And I know that my brain has changed. So when I entered recovery 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, I was broke. Without the drug, at baseline, I wanted to die. And I look back at that, I'm like, holy shit, that's treatable these days. So like, Liz,
Yeah.
how do you approach somebody? It comes at you. I'm on 16 milligrams of methadone. Oh, by the way, they also give me Ativan and Adderall and Wellbutrin and this, that, and the third. And like, there's a part of me that's like, hold on, let's take a look. Maybe this is the problem. And there's another part of me that's like, hold on, maybe you're an exception because you fucked yourself up so badly. You need to rewire it. So like, that's my addicted look at it. But like, just the way you describe it, it's like, holy shit, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I see it in all formats and all perspective. Like I can tell you I have like a kid right now. I say he's a kid, he's not a kid. He's almost 30 years old,
Yeah.
and his parents are heavily involved and texting me. People get a hold of my phone number,
I know
and
it.
that happens. And and I'm the type of person that I'm like gonna participate in that conversation, because
You
I
are.
I
Poor thing.
understand that they're so worried about their child.
Yeah.
And even though he's not a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so at the end of the day, like I've got this kid who is completely and totally like ADHD, addicted to alcohol, was the big man on campus back in the day and broke a hip. And
Mm.
so he can't get over that, right?
Right.
And so, it's kind of like you have to take every dynamic of what somebody's going through, and what how this relays back to what you were saying is that every case is different.
Yeah.
Like every single case. And I just take that polypharmacy. If it's polypharmacy, you got too many drugs on board. Let's go one
Yep.
by one.
Yep.
I literally do not like to make a drug change more than one at a time. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you why. Because if there's an alternative reaction, I would not know which drug change
Right.
made the choice, right? Like
Right.
so at the end of the day, and going back to what our topic was, and we need to bring it back into the opioid use disorder and long acting injectables for like Suboxone and Brixadi and the films and the orals. At the end of the day, I will say those medications are life changing to
Yeah.
people who have suffered from opioid use disorder, fentanyl. Back in the day when there used to be heroin, that doesn't really exist anymore. It's
No,
all
it doesn't.
fentanyl, xylazine, you
Yep.
name it, out there today.
Yeah.
People are dying. And so, any type of medication assisted treatment for substance use disorder, I don't care if it's alcohol or opioid use disorder, This is saving lives. It's preventing death. It's it's harm reduction at its best.
Yeah.
Even if they relapse, at least they don't die.
True.
And so
Yes.
at the end of the day, this is where it's at. And
Yeah.
you do not take away a person with high blood pressure, diabetes, heart issues. You don't take their medications away and say that's a band-aid.
Nope.
Yeah.
Addiction, substance use disorder is an addiction of the brain. It's a disease of the brain. It's a changed brain process, and it needs medication assisted treatment to help. And that's what I'm here to push. That's what I'm all about. That's what I'm
Change
about.
the brain process. Now, see, that
I
is
love
something I haven't heard much of. And like, that is a very intuitive way to look at addiction, because when I hear that, I'm like, holy shit, that makes sense. Because we did change our brain. Jimmy, give us a typical Jimmy drinking day. But like, if you were drinking, how much are you putting in your body?
66.
How much? I don't know what that means. I hear it all the time.
66 ounces of vodka, pure up.
That's a lot of fucking booze. So like, all right, you put that.
I was thirsty, dummy.
I get it. So like, I almost feel bad for alcoholics, right? They have the Vivitrol shot or whatever, but like I can put in place what I removed from my brain, sort of. Alcoholics, do they get to? Is there anything? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know what Jimmy does.
We're gonna do a whole segment, Jimmy. Me and you are gonna do it together. It's gonna be badass.
Oh dear, I'll make sure
We are.
Never mind. Yeah.
So
we're gonna
August.
go there. We're gonna go there with alcohol, and I'll tell you why. Because alcohol is the least, like, nobody's caring about alcohol because it's what you do when you mow the yard, and it's what you do when you
It's Miller
go to
time,
football and
right?
baseball.
Yeah.
And it's everywhere you go, and nobody cares. But yet it's killing people like 100 times more than any other drug.
It's the slowest
also
form
causing domestic violence.
Yeah,
and every
suicide.
other thing out there. So we'll talk about
alcohol's
it.
terrible. So in August, when Liz comes back, we'll be nice and prepared for an alcohol segment. Everybody loves you, Liz. I mean, you have a fan here. You have fans. Go find Elizabeth. She's easy to find through us. And hook up with her. She's cool. Don't bother her though, because then we got a problem. But she's our, like, we trust her, like, and she's never let us down. Bethany's in Wisconsin. They make alcohol. Grain alcohol, tub gin or whatever. I like down here in Georgia, the Appalachian Trail and all that shit. Like it is it's an alcohol fueled thing down here, but they love crystal meth and all that shit.
Crank.
Right? Will, you're
a homeboy.
You're a Georgia boy. What you're 44 years old. You lived through addiction in Georgia. What did you see change as a meth head and a homosexual?
The quality of drugs.
The quality. So the meth got shittier.
It's like, this stuff is crap. I gotta go to the house.
Gotcha.
They're
gotcha.
getting those chemicals at Home Depot.
Yeah, less chemicals at Home Depot. I get it. I just, but like the fentanyl, like if you're talking about getting high on opiates,
it went from speed to, I mean, like crank speed to then like everybody's on heroin and opiates, like everybody. I'm like, it's funny because the people that are typically like totally like speed freaks like me, it's like, I mean, like, we feel lost. Like,
I know. I feel bad for you. I see you guys in treatment. I'm like, can we do something for him? I'm cheeking my Ativan.
Right?
Yeah, I'll cheek my Ativan and bring it to you. You don't get any help. You know what I mean? They don't really get help. They go to treatment. They go do 30 days, but they don't get any medication. All the opiate addicts are sleeping and all.
And majority of speed addicts are people that are addicted to any kind of amphetamine or whatever, typically have ADHD.
Absolutely.
And so therefore, they want to give you what is that? What is that stuff they give you in jail? It's supposed to be like Adderall. It starts with a B, I think. Buspar.
Oh, Buspar. Come on.
Buspar.
Yeah.
That's like Xanax, right? It's supposed to be like Xanax or something like that.
You've been up for 17 days. Here's your baby aspirin.
Yeah, no shit.
We tried. Yeah, we tried, Liz. Trust me, we tried. I mean, you've been up for 17 days. You've been doing meth for 10 years straight.
I'm
Good
gonna
luck.
give you vitamin C.
Yeah, here's a
We'll try
Flintstone
anything.
vitamin. Yeah, here's a baby
Yeah,
aspirin.
if
So,
I'm treating you in jail, you're getting vitamin B1,
Yeah.
thiamine.
yeah,
You're getting your Buspar or hydroxyzine.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
thank you. No,
And
thank
you
you.
know
No,
why
thank
that
you.
is? Because the doctor above me says
Right,
so. I don't get a
right.
say.
Because Will doesn't have when he
Yeah.
walks in with amphetamine addiction problems. They're like, okay, the treatment for you is to sleep a week, and
No,
that
the treatment for you
Right?
is
Give him food.
zero.
right
Boom.
zero right and like I that's the first thing I noticed in my fog entering rehab and stuff is that these people aren't getting help and they're like all freaking out. All the meth heads and coke heads are out of their minds, and like
Yeah.
or they do get better and they'll put them on like Wellbutrin out of nowhere, like 300 milligrams of Wellbutrin. 2 days are freaking the
Yeah.
fuck out. It
I
yeah
like that. I
yeah
like
I mean
Wellbutrin.
yep
I'm a fan.
me too, me too. Yes, the drugs got stronger. No,
Sign me
See what
Bethany,
I
we're
can get
saying.
you?
Bethany says they're doing treatment trials in Wisconsin for meth addiction using ADD medication and Suboxone, I believe. I think it's great. I do it every day.
Yeah.
Listen, here's the
Ooh,
thing. Like,
that's like a martini, huh?
well, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking
He's
about
like,
Adderall
yeah,
earlier.
cocktail.
If anybody, I said
By the way, Tim,
yes.
I have a ketamine room in my office. I'm treating treatment resistant depression with Spravato nasal
Oh my God,
ketamine.
that's another thing I was trying to get. They wouldn't give me. Oh my God, we'll talk
Yeah, so
after.
I'm the only practitioner in the north side of Georgia doing ketamine therapy, by the
Here's my
way.
credit card. Here's my credit card. Here's whatever. Just
You'll
help me
use
out.
my credit card, Tim. I know
All right,
you.
Jimmy will pay for it. But like,
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I have the sweetest room. It has like the gray leather recliner with blankie, and I
Yeah.
have the TV with the music and everything, and I leave you in there for 3 hours while you
I-
sleep.
That is phone.
Every time I go for ketamine treatment, I'm texting the guys. I'm telling them I'm on ketamine treatment right now.
Yeah, I know. And it's like,
It's but like
Tim's getting the treatment.
when I
I'm at
go
168 Rogers Street, Blairsville, Georgia.
Monday at 9 o'clock, I'll be tomorrow morning. But I go and these girls are they're like part of my family. Like they text me the
That's
day
good.
after, "Are you okay?" I went in there kind of shaky, and they help me
Aw.
out. But like they're it's funny, they what I couldn't get is home ketamine because they won't give you 5 pills because you're an addict, but I can go get it put in my vein, no problem. So like
I do
I
the
get
nasal treatment.
yeah, and that's what I was looking at Spravato, but we'll talk about that. But there's so much
Yeah.
stuff, Liz, that we have to talk about over the next couple of months. Like these online. Well, I mean, we could do that, but like I don't know. There's all kinds of shit out there. I feel like you actually know what's going on, and we're just trying to sift through it. Liz, thank you for coming on. You are.
Thanks, you guys.
I appreciate
Thank
it so much.
you.
I
Thanks
may
for the
actually.
jersey. I feel
let's-
so excited.
Let's see the name on the back. Yeah, boy.
There you go. 33.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
Hey, Liz, thank you for coming on so much. We love you so much. You're so helpful.
Thanks,
and
guys.
I'll be in touch
Thank
with you
you.
soon. Take care, Elizabeth McKeon. She is the best.
Oh.
Is she not? Like, oh my God, Liz, I kick you out. I do this. I kick her out of the studio. Like,
It's like,
I don't know.
see ya.
He leaves you wanting more.
She's so good. I
Oh.
never prepare properly for her, but you don't have to because she fucking
She carries the ball,
Nails
does
it.
carry a ball. That she does.
Just the knowledge and just when people walk into I went into AA, but you start talking about this like, oh, you can't do that. And I was like,
Yeah.
it's not. am not an alcoholic. I messed up the wiring, right?
Yep.
I can't do a reboot. We have to
Yeah.
do. We got to move everything. We got to do a rewire of everything.
This is a title rebuild.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Will it's a total
Exactly
rebuild.
right.
I just can't
Total
reboot.
rebuild.
Yeah, just can't.
Yeah.
Jiggle the handle. It ain't gonna work. But
Jimmy,
having
read,
people.
read
what?
what did you put?
What
I'm
did
sorry
I
to cut you
say?
off. I thought I was.
I got it right up here. I'm a general service representative of 12-step recovery program, and we actually just took a vote on whether to update a pamphlet that hasn't been updated since 1984 regarding taking prescribed medications in our program. We voted for it to be updated because of Matt, etc. So yeah, there you go. It's changing because
Thank you, Angie.
the old timers are like, nope, just keep coming back and da. Well, yeah, great. But if you got the chemistry, it is a science. Sorry to offend the people out there, the people that go to the meetings and all that. And
People are getting less offended.
yeah, well, you know what?
Who
I don't want to step
cares?
on any toes. Well,
Yeah.
I do. You know,
Well,
it's
Jim does. Yeah,
I do. It's the brand. But it's the face of recovery
So
is
cute.
changing, and we
It
have
is.
the people that we have on. We have like Larry, we have Liz, like all these people that are way more knowledgeable than we are, and give a
Yep.
different perspective. It just isn't stopping the use of your drug of choice.
We
It is rewiring with what is there, with the damaged brain that we have
We are
created
left.
because of our addiction. And she's firing these words off, and I'm like Googling, and I got 3 computers going. I'm like, oh, what the hell is this? And, oh,
Well,
okay.
what's good is that this is recorded and it can be paused, and you can do whatever you want with the fucking hour that we put on TV. So like,
Yeah.
Jim, like we're all like, what I think makes this feel good is that we're all going through the same thing, right? It's just we just call it different things, but we can call it the same thing. It's addiction, it's recovery. It takes a million different angles. It takes a million different drugs. It takes a million different people and a million
Follow
different
with the
opinions.
angle with the dangle.
And like,
Dingle dangle.
like I love our show. You're an addict, but you're like, I don't know. I'm not gonna diagnose and treat you, but like, but yeah, like we're all coming together as this unified voice. I don't know, but like there is something going on out there. We're all feeling it, and like people like Jimmy, like I'm gonna talk to Liz about that. We're gonna fix alcohol addiction. We're gonna fix it top to bottom. Like it needs to be. Like,
It
like
does,
We're gonna switch it
because
all over to
it's
A-Round.
socially acceptable, right?
right. But we look
And
at
of
this,
all
right? This is we came up with this as a society for opiates. Why can't we come up with something similar for alcohol? I mean, it just doesn't make sense that we don't have or meth. Like
Thank you.
Liz said we're dealing with a changed brain process, is what she called it. That rings so true to me, and when I look at Jimmy and Will and Brad and the people that like I analyze every day, like yeah, like we are who we are now because of what we did. What we did isn't who we are, but sometimes it can define it. So like we are. For me, like everybody, if you break off Will help me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
We have made us who we have become. We did to ourselves, but we wouldn't have it any other way because the way we got there is just shit that happened. So
fair, okay, I got it.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter when you come to recovery.
We are who we are,
Yeah.
Right. When we
Can't
come to
change
recovery, it doesn't
Let's
matter
move
that
forward.
your car's totaled and you lost your license and all that.
Pop
Those
the
are
clutch and let's go.
those are tangible things you can fix. What needs to be addressed is what's wrong. Why are you self-medicating to begin with? And I don't know. I could share what I'm experiencing. Will, Jim, we all do it regularly. We do it together. Beth, we were just one of the many. So, like, Jimmy, will they allow that? Brad saying I nailed it. Yep, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Will they allow that? Like changing literature? Because like, if it needs to be changed,
If it needs to be changed, it needs to be changed. But if you have to go, if you have to jump through all these hoops, really is whatever works for you in your recovery. It doesn't have to be what Bill and Bob said 90 years ago. It is evolved. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Going back to the daily reflection, the determination of our founders. This shit wasn't around. We didn't have the medical knowledge.
No, we don't.
And that's what it is. Like we have messed our brains up, whether you're smoking dope or shooting meth or whatever the hell it is, or drinking. Come on now. We've messed our brains up. And the wiring has to be, you can't just reset. Let's just do no, we have to work with what we have. And
smoking
smoking. And if that works for you, and if that works, fine. And
well, like dead ass serious. I was told to go look at cannabis. So okay, I'm doing that now. Now I'm looking at cannabis for panic attacks. That's what I was told. Yeah. So like whatever works. And we don't want to give addicts drugs and say go use because that works. That doesn't work, right? But like we need somebody, a voice of reason somewhere, and we're trying to do that as a show.
I'm right here.
Will's here.
Yeah, Will's there.
But like, yeah, man, we got to fix the broken problem inside, and none of us can fix ourselves. Period.
We can only do what? Just for today.
Just for today.
Oh, just your nizzle, whizzle.
Did you like that?
Oh, I love it. Bring it on, buddy.
That's called a segue. All right, let's read our just for today.
That is.
You write those too?
Yeah.
don't know what comes next, but I couldn't care less.
In closing here on Talkin' Trash Podcast, we read an NA traditional reading called Just for Today.
Both of my steps, walk away from the pain I've been through. This feeling I'm feeling is brand new. This the moment I break.
This is the moment I break through. All right, we're coming. Takes a minute. Just for today, group
I'm playing
conscience.
tiny and the music's playing out loud.
It's gonna end in 11 seconds. Don't know the home.
Working with others is only the beginning of service work.
Done. Yep. There you go. Yeah,
That is a small page. Basic text, page 59.
Oh, well.
Service works calls for a selfless devotion to carrying the message to the still suffering addict. But our attitude of service cannot stop there. Cannot stop there or stop
Oh.
there.
No,
Service is a period there. Service also requires that we look at ourselves and our motives. Our efforts at service make us highly visible to the fellowship. It is easy to become a big fish in a little pond. Our controlling attitude can easily drive away the newcomer. Group conscience is one of the most important principles in service. It is vital to remember that the group's conscience is what counts, not just our individual beliefs and our desires. We lend our thoughts and beliefs to the development of our group conscience. Then,
Whoops, sorry. Go ahead.
then when that conscience arises, we accept its guidance. The key is working with others, not against them. If we remember that to strive together to develop a collective conscience, we will see that all sides have equal merit. When all the discussions are over, all sides will come back together to carry a unified message. It is often tempting to think that we know what is best for the group. If we remember that it doesn't matter if we get our way, then it's easier to allow service to be the vehicle it is intended to be. A way to carry, the message to the addict who still suffers. Just for today, I will take part in the development of group conscience. I will remember that the world won't end just because I don't get my way. I will think about our primary purpose in all my service efforts. I will reach out to a newcomer, or you can call me at no.
Well, that is your number. Start calling, kids.
Yes, it is.
Ring those phones.
That's Tim's number.
Sorry, Will.
yes,
I couldn't
sir.
help myself. That's us. Talking trash. Good job, Will.
Right.
It's funny. Group conscience. We go right to it,
I
right?
used to go to group conscience. Can you believe that?
I know. I do believe it, and it kind of ties into what Bethany was talking about. Kind of what Jimmy
That was what I was all
talking about.
gung ho on.
Right.
Okay.
So group conscience, Jimmy. Real quick before we go, what is a group conscience? Just
Well, it's like the collective. Like everybody's on the same
Everybody
page.
has an opinion.
Right. You know, everybody has their own opinion. Or you respect it, or you listen.
It can get
Right.
heated.
And maybe I can learn something from somebody else. Like I learned so much tonight by listening to Elizabeth.
Yep.
And the respect I have for her is like, wow, it just grows every
If you
day.
call that phone number or text, it's $1 a minute. Just like
Is it? Oh.
Yep. We'll
What are you
figure it
wearing?
out.
What are you
We'll
wearing?
figure it
One of those bags. Ooh, my
Okay.
favorite.
Hi,
Ooh.
Barbara.
Barbara.
Let's see. Perfect job, Will. Thank you for all your service. Don't forget, vote TT on your favorite podcast.
Oh, yeah.
People, guys, vote for the other people. I feel bad. Like, come on. Like, we're
What are we
killing
voting
that
for
thing.
now?
It says we're number one with 34 votes, and the next podcast is number 2 with 6. Help them out. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
help
come
the
on.
other people out. We appreciate everybody doing that. I don't even know what that is.
We
I
love you
guess
long time.
apparently
Yeah,
I
love you a
saw
long
it,
time.
but I did not. So anyway, all right, that's us. Great show, boys. As always, Angie says a group conscious is
Yes,
held
thank
on
you,
issues
Angela.
within the group, and the
We have
home
group
group
conscious
members.
for every show. Trust me.
And yeah, we do. And listen, AA. I really hope people aren't negative to AA either. That's what I want to get across. AA is
Right.
a beautiful program. It's a beautiful thing that exists where something doesn't. So thank God it's there. You just don't have to drink your Kool-Aid. That's all. Go in, take what works.
It's a good
and walk
foundation.
out.
Thank you.
You
Thank
know,
you.
but-
You said it, not me.
Yeah, for 20 years we watched people die because we're what did the reading say? We turn off the newcomer, and we don't want to do that. That is 100%. We don't want to do that as a show. We do not want to turn off someone who is looking for recovery. It's important that we keep a group conscious is important. It's also important to have a start and an end to a podcast. Something we struggle with. Boys, do we have anything else? Let's real quick. Our upcoming guest, Jimmy, please.
All right. So on Wednesday, which is Canada Day, and I believe Tim might be celebrating a day that day. We have Jeff Hartland, followed by Nick R on the 5th. Tanya Belleville from
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia, thank you. On the 8th. Anthony Puffs on the 12th. Chad Hogan on the 19th. Dustin Boutin on the 26th, and it will be filling up.
There it is. So like we get a lot of guests, a lot of stuff going on. One thing I want to encourage as we develop fans and friends and stuff is I want to encourage people. I'll talk to Bethany and Angie and all our people out there, but like if you want to come on the show while the show's happening, I don't care.
Come
just
on.
Send me a text or just show up. It doesn't matter. Brad says AA saved my life. I take what I need. I leave the rest behind. Yes, we got it. It is an antiquated program. It started in the 40s. It has a place.
30s,
yeah.
30s.
It has a place, but
it does.
A lot of things have a place.
You evolve, right?
Absolutely.
And we're definitely not slamming it.
No,
thank God it's there. It was the foundation of what we are today, of what recovery.
100%. Thank God it's there, and we're not slamming it. Go to AA if you're new in recovery.
We don't slam anymore.
We don't slam. No, no, we don't. All right, let's just finish her up then, like adults here. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. We do Wednesdays and Sundays, 9 and 7. 988 if you feel like killing yourself. If you overdose, you have to have someone else Narcan you. I remember once I saw.
Can you Narcan your own self?
No, you cannot. You're dead. I said.
But what if you think you're about to overdose?
It's not how it works.
What if you already have it in your hand after you do the shot?
Oh,
and like,
geez.
I'm about to overdose.
What's the point? Once you overdose, you're gone. So when the need comes for it, there's no more person to do this. So I had a dude in my first sober living, my second roommate. He looks at me and he goes, "Bro, I'm gonna get fucking fucked up." I'm like, all right,
go ahead.
I don't. At that point, I was like, I don't want to. I was like, good boy. I'm like, dude, aren't you gonna die? He goes, I got Narcan, and like, took me a minute. He left. I'm thinking he's a fucking moron.
He's going to shoot up and come back.
Yeah, he thinks, if I go too far, I'll give myself some Narcan. What a fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. Don't do that, people. Can't do it to yourselves. Go to our website. It's tirelessly updated every day. If you're early in recovery, get some apps out on your phone, meeting finder, meeting search, count your days, clean time, all that shit, whatever. Will's at 1,000 days. So Will doesn't he doesn't when I asked on the text, I didn't get a response, so I didn't put a post on Facebook or anything.
I can't stop. Like, my phone's so jacked up from touching it, soaking wet.
1,000 days, you think that'd be a big deal? So I just did it, kind of quietly. But way to go, Will. We're proud of you for that 1,000 days.
Thank you.
Is that 6 point?
Something like that.
I would like to thank myself for all the hard work.
Yeah. Way to go, Will.
There you go. It's better.
I did tiny. I didn't want to offend anybody. Wednesday will be Jeff Artling. Excited for that. Jimmy, do you know him or is he Brad?
That's Bradley. Okay. But I think you're celebrating a day on Wednesday as well. And
I am. I will. I will be celebrating 3 years.
3 years for Mr. Snyder.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Timmer!
Are we done?
1,000 days. No, we're not done. All right, boys. Good job. Good job as always. Go, leave, Will. Let's say.
Will.
I just got to say contact. Brad. There's that. AA is a great start and foundation.
Yes, it is.
Love you. Love you too. Love you, fam. Just work whatever program works for you. It's your program. It's your life. Congratulations. Proud of you, Will. So amazing, Will. Congratulations, Will. Hell yeah. Awesomeness. Hi, Will. Will, how are you doing?
Where'd it go?
I was going to heat up my barbecue sandwich.
All right, we love you. Good job, everybody.
You don't have to kick me out. I'm not.
I didn't. I was just joking.
Love you a long time, Will.
That felt really bad.
No, you're still here. It was a joke. You're still here. We love you so much. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. Thanks, Elizabeth, for spending some time with us. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Don't get
Oh, yeah.
I'm Hi.